Hello everyone. Good evening. Pudding is feeling a bit manja today. Pudding, say hi. Camera is there, Pudding. Oh, you don't want to see? Fine. Okay, so how do I get potential clients to buy? Recently, I've been getting a lot of questions about surrounding this topic, and those of you who are in the know, I do a little bit of sales as a side gig, and I really don't want to be talking about what I do over there, but basically, there's a question and there is a desire, there is an intention. The intention is whenever someone meets another person, there is an intention to see what can be done within the confines of that relation. And as I'm sharing this, mind you, this doesn't necessarily apply just to getting potential clients. It applies to getting potential clients, potential mates, potential life partners, potential business partners, potential teammates. How do I create? How do I get other people to do what I want them to do? And it's a tricky question because the reality is you can't, and yet that reality is a very difficult thing to accept because we all would like to have the idea that we have full control of every aspect of our life. Well, the one thing that we don't have control over is how people might behave. So I've been approached a lot with this question recently. Maybe it's because of my profession for some reason, and but it doesn't really matter. I'm gonna answer it anyway. The key to getting people to agree to do anything, it's not just about a matter of an agreement. It's not just a matter of okay, I agree that this needs to be done. Because think of it this way: if you're an employer and you have a team of disgruntled employees, can you force them to do something that you don't like? Can you? Yeah, you can. But they won't be able to do it happily because they don't like to do it and they are forced under threat to do those things. But the effectiveness and the longevity of such a relationship is very questionable. So, the most important thing when it comes to getting people to do what you want them to do is that they must want to do it. Question is, how do you get them to your way of thinking? How do you get them to say yes? But and let's use the context of these potential clients. The solution is that there's nothing that you really need to be doing, is my take on it, but more towards what are you doing that is preventing this from happening. So many of you have heard of the boy meets girl story, the typical scenario where the boy, in his obsession to get the girl, works so damn hard to get the girl and inadvertently loses the girl because he tries too hard. What is getting in the way of someone liking us, trusting us, knowing who we really are? I want to submit that the problem is simply ourselves. We believe that we are not likable, therefore we do things, right? So picture this: you just entertain this thought for a while. Is there a possibility that you personally don't believe that you are likable, that you are lovable, unless you do certain things in order for people to like you? Unless you so called give value, is that a possibility? And if there's even a smallest little bit of of a possibility over there, then you got to take a look inside. Because when you're obsessed with getting other people to do things so that you guys can create amazing results together, so that they can finally like you or love you, this is a long way to go about it. Because reality is you just need to you just need to get out of the way. The one thing that will prevent people from agreeing with you is if they don't see your point. And they will not see your point unless they first listen to you. And they will not listen to you unless they feel that you are trustworthy. They feel that you can listen to them. It is the whole idea of being heard and heard. Hearing and being heard at the same time is if you want to be understood, first seek to understand. But what is preventing this understanding is intentions. So if you go into any form of situation, any form of conversation with a strong sense of intention that is anything but what the person you're talking to wants to hear, then you're always going to be at a disadvantage. So if you want to get people to buy, potential clients to buy, they must first know you, like you, and trust you. In order for them to know you, like you, and trust you, there needs to be an emotional connection. You need to get out of your own way. You need to get out of the way of them liking you. What will prevent them from liking you is if you go in there ignoring their intentions, ignoring their needs, and just constantly focusing on your needs. That is a surest-fire way of not letting the relationship progress. So, see, like right now, I'm holding Pudding and she wants to get out, so she's getting upset. Right, Pudding? Okay, I'm letting you go now. Go. So we must always be paying attention to the way people are. Therefore, they will then slowly open up and warm up to you. This is inevitable. So, how do I get potential clients to buy? How do I get people to do what I want? First, pay attention to what they want. Pay attention to what they need. And coming from that space, if there is truly an opportunity that what you want coincides with what they want, then all you need to do is just share that. But don't share it in a way that is pushy. Isn't that simple? It's crazy simple. But what is difficult about that is self-management. It is not so much on transferring or getting your ideas across, but managing yourself so that you are not working working too hard. You're not being too intentional. You're not being too impatient, right? That is the most difficult. Those of you who are keen want to learn how to handle this Friday night, 8 p.m., I'm hosting a class on how to build emotional connection with people by getting out of their own way. By getting out of your own way. If you just stop doing these few things, you will instantly develop stronger, deeper connection with the people who you're talking to, regardless of who you're talking to. So if you're interested, type in their connection and I'll DM you with the details of this class so that you can register, and I'll see you on Friday. Right? See ya.